product is ready. Okay, so before deployment, there are final testing that is called user acceptance testing, or simply like UAT.
And that's done by QA too?
Okay, so who does the UAT? Who does the UAT? Okay, who leads the UAT? How UAT is done? Okay, process. These are the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who does the UAT?
The stakeholder.
Stakeholders are representatives of stakeholders. Also called UAT tester. Okay, so BA work with stakeholders
Hello?
All right, so yeah, so BA work with the stakeholders
Okay.
and ask them to identify UAT testers, get a list from them, and then invite them to give overview of UAT test cases. Okay, so who leads the UAT? Mostly BA. Okay, QA lead is helper to BA to uh, provide him needed access to test environment. Okay, एक user and password for testers. Okay, so BA lead QA help. What QA help? Okay, provide him BA access whenever the needed for the testers. Okay, so again, who does the UAT? Stakeholder are their representative. Okay, and they are also called UAT tester.
Okay.
So how that happens, like the BA, when this like complete BA testing is happening and going towards completion,
Mm-hmm.
then BA working with the stakeholder asking them, hey, who gonna do the UAT? Who's gonna do the UAT? Can you provide me the list? getting the list from those stakeholders, and then BA also during the testing, sometime I told you that help with the user-based test execution. So BA gets that basically test scripts from the QA for user-based test execution, and basically create like a simple testing task for the UAT users. Okay, so basically UAT user have to do all that user-based test again. Okay.
Okay, so the UAT testers are different, or they can be there are the stakeholders.
They can be stakeholder, but mostly they are basically subordinates to the stakeholders. Okay, stakeholders are more kind of involved in you know requirements and all that. They are basically, you can say, somebody some people from their departments.
Okay.
Okay, who more work with the users.
Users. Okay.
Right. Okay, so who may be like training users to use the system or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's like the UAT. That's how the UAT like that tester are being identified, and then those tester are being basically given overview how because BA did that user testing over here with the QA. Now BA know how to do that. Then teaching them how to do that.
Okay.
These are the test cases or test scripts. This is how you will do that, giving them overview, and then BA work with the QA lead, ask him to create provide access to the test environment for this list of users. The QA provide test login and password credential for the environment to the BA, and then BA provide that to those users.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Now they will have access to the test environment. They have the test cases. They will start executing. And BA as a lead just basically help them whenever they hey, this is not working. BA work with them and see if it is really not working. Okay. And if it is not working, then BA open a defect and work with the development team to get it fixed.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so all that when all they will test and everything is like passed, then it will be go ahead from the UAT side. Okay, and then the deployment of that system will initiated.
Okay.
Okay, so for the deployment, it has to be you know like definitely developed, tested, and UAT was to be deployed for the end user. Okay. So the process for the deployment is also called change control. Okay, and there is whole leadership. There is a leadership involvement. Okay, so usually responsible person or part of change control board. So that is a group of people who basically act as a gatekeeper. Whatever will go into that production environment. Okay, making sense or not?
The last one, can you repeat that again? The development of the software change control one?
So when all that testing happened, UAT passed, so
Yeah,
then it
everything is
would
done.
be right. It everything would be done. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now if we will go back to the concept when we, these environments. Okay.
Yeah.
So development happened this environment, testing happened in this environment, UAT happened this environment, and this is live environment. Okay. So then before going live,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there is a whole change control, because that is where basically the highest risk, that what you are putting into the, the system. So there is the change control process involved, like, not anybody can go and do the changes. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why they have a change control process, so that there would be some people who are responsible to be a gatekeeper, that nothing will go into the production environment without approval.
Okay.
Okay. So without approval, nothing will go into the prod environment. So to approval, this is basically like, there is a board which is called the change control board. Okay. So who are those? Basically leadership, some of the development manager, some of the, BA manager, some manager from the stakeholder side. Okay. So BA, as participate in that board as a UAT lead. Okay. And the job is to verify UAT is done and present the UAT results.
And what's the
Okay.
for UAT?
Hmm?
What's
User
the
user acceptance testing.
okay, user acceptance testing? Yeah, right there. Yep, I see it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the BA, so here in the change control board, that is the last, basically, like, before the that software go into the prod, so those folks meet, and then development, testing, and the UAT,
Mm-hmm.
they give a like a go ahead. Okay.
Those managers that given the go ahead now.
Right, definitely. That's so development, there will be development lead.
Okay.
Okay. Which will verify that, okay, are the development of that functionality been done, and we have developed the code according to the coding standard, and this will be like, how much. So something about the development they will like verify.
Okay.
Then the QA will, we did end-to-end testing, we did like this testing, that testing, that testing, we did this much number of defects were found, this much was fixed, and this much was accepted, and all that. Then comes to UAT. So then
Oh,
UAT BA will, okay, all right, we did the UAT, this is the number of test cases that executed, and this many was passed, this many was failed, and this many was accepted, and that's where we are at. Okay. So based on that, they will decide that either to go live with this or not.
okay.
Okay. Then when they will like go live, after that there is a kind of a support team who take care of the from there. And sometime this development team also, after that is in live, if anything happens or defects, because then in live environment there is testing also happens. Okay.
Oh,
But usually this is like a they have a dedicated team who work with the prod environment, so that team does that testing and maintenance and everything, maintenance team. But sometime if they don't have a specific specialized team, or some the change is totally new, then probably the same team will also provide maintenance and support for for that time, until it is like transferred to the support team.
okay.
Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
So this is basically like, end-to-end BA role. So now you will see BA start working in the project at the very beginning of the project. Like as the project is like kickoff is done, business analysis BA start. Okay, so BA work with the stakeholder, identify the stakeholder, and talk to them, identify their user needs, and document the requirements. Okay,
Mhm.
either prepared a business requirement document or user stories. And then during the analysis phase, design phase, be a partner with the system analyst or architect and help them prepare their design document. Okay, schedule meetings with them, work with them actively. Then during the development, be a participate with the development team, help them answer any question about the a business requirement document or requirements, and at the same time also work with the QA team, answer their question about the requirements, help them write the test cases and test scripts, and then when the testing is happening, then maybe doing user testing, user based testing, and helping the QA maybe log some defects, and then when the QA testing is finalized, then working as a UAT lead and identifying the UAT testers, giving them the test scripts, helping them execute UAT testing, and then at the end working with the change control board for the deployment of that functionality.
Yeah.
So this is basically all that what business analyst does.
Okay. So basically,
Your voice is you muted.
so the basically main job is getting done by BA. BA is the main lead because the development team is doing their job, whatever's the requirements. System analyst is doing their job, whatever the requirements.
And BA is doing his job.
Yeah, like answering questions back and forth if there's anything changes and stuff like that, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
BA's job is to working on the requirement, gathering, documenting the requirement, and then making sure those requirement will have the solution. But solution is would be done by the solution analyst or design,
Does
architect or solution specialist, whatever. So then development phase, development is doing the development, everything, but they are coding and unit testing, all that doing BA, making sure that if they have any requirement related question, answer that, and keeping traceability metrics.
okay.
Okay. Testing is doing the testing, BA partnering with them, answering their requirement questions, and maybe helping them executing some of the user based test cases.
Okay.
Okay. And then UAT, that's BA leads with the
Yeah.
in partnership with the stakeholders. Okay,
And their team, right?
exactly. So
Okay.
that's all that. But the BA involvement in the project is almost from start to end.
Yeah, start to end. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay, involvement is start to end. Have task in every phase of the project.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So similarly, like the project manager will have involvement from start to end too. In fact, like he is the first to start and last to end.
Okay.
Okay, so that is basically what the business analyst role is. So I will ask you as like go over and try to digest, prepare your as a BA what you do, like all those steps.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
take example of some project, like for example, I was working on a music with a music company who was developing their like music app.
Yeah.
So I worked on that that project as a BA. So as a BA, what I did, I worked. So then answer would be the same. Then I was working with an airline, and they were developing their reservation system, and I worked as a BA with them. So my job, what I did, stakeholder analysis. This is how I did design analysis. This is how I partner with them. Development, the answer would be kind of similar. Then
Yeah.
third. I was working with a financial institution, a bank. They were developing like a new uh, online uh, like account opening, online system. Okay, so I worked as a BA with them. As a BA, this is what I did. This is so that answer will be the same.
Yeah.
Okay,
So basically, the system stays the same. It's just the project changes.
exactly. The
Okay.
not the system.
But
Basically,
like,
your
if,
job remains the
yeah, the
same.
job stays the same. What, like, it could be different projects, like you said, music app, airline apps, or whatever. Like, it,
Right.
yeah,
It
just
can be
get
different industry, different projects, different, everything, but your job
is the
responsibility is kind of the same.
yeah. Okay, I got you now. Yeah,
No matter, no matter
from the
you are.
start.
Mhm.
Oh, he checks his project chatter, everything,
Exactly.
controls that. If not, project manager. If not, then he contacts with the guys. He asked
Exactly.
the project manager who you were talking to about this project, contacts with them. Then he comes down with the essay. He helps, like, delivers the requirements to the essay. If there's anything, like, he helps them. And then, he then the same thing with the development team, testing. And then at the end, his role
Exactly.
same.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
now your guys' assignment is basically have those like kind of a project that create with the one with airline, with one with the bank, one with the retail company, one with online seller. So 4 to 5 projects, and in each project, explain your role. That as a BA, what you did,
Okay. I mean,
and
but
write it down. Write it
yeah.
in on like on paper or on your like computer.
Okay. But Shazad, like, if I'm doing five, like, BS could be doing 2 to 3 projects at the same time, right?
Yes, BA
They,
can be doing can do 2 project at the same time. That is certainly that I have even 3, but
yeah.
yeah, but for
It depends on
you,
your
right?
tasking
It
skills.
exactly.
Yeah. How do
It
you,
depends on what phase of the project they are. If both are like in the business analysis phase, maybe you can just only do one, or
yeah.
maximum you can do 2. Okay,
Okay.
50% allocation. But if those are in development phase, maybe you are doing 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, one in development, other is you are doing the business analysis, and other maybe in testing.
Okay.
Okay, but that is
I
but
will, I
ra-
will go,
mhm.
I will go over the last part, which is like little confusing to me about, like, when it's ending it, when it's like the project is, like, ready to develop, like, I mean, deployed.
Right. So
That's yeah. So, like, the software changes control, the leadership involvement. That's what I'm like. When you said the change control board, who acts.
basically, like to understand that
Mhm.
the changes, whatever the changes being made into the system, will go to the production environment, will go live for the users. So
Okay.
whatever the changes you made, it's gonna go for the user.
Okay.
So that is and this can impact upstream and downstream functionality too.
Okay.
Okay, because the system is just like a stack of functionality, and you are
Yeah.
pushing a functionality maybe in some in middle of that stack somewhere. Okay, so it can impact upside and downside of that change. Okay, or it can do it can break anything in that existing system. So that, and otherwise also there is like a need to control that. No, I mean, one person went there, they changed it, and other person went there, they moved it something different, then the whole system will break. So there, the change control process, or change control board is a kind of system in place to ensure that nobody will change the the live environment.
Okay.
And
All
if
right.
there will be any change going into the live environment, they will go through this change control process.
Okay.
Okay, so they act as a gatekeeper for this environment.
All right.
Because this environment is a bread and butter. Like once it happens that Delta Airline, they put that something in their system, and like the testing after it broken the functionality in the the live environment, which made kind of fare to Hawaii like $30, $40, fare to like long distance just in less than 100. Okay, which usually in thousands. And just in 2 hours they have around 15 million loss.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's very important, because that is the sacred basically environment for that is for the user. But with the change wise, nothing passes in there until it is thoroughly inspected and agreed upon. And usually this, like, the deployment happens in the off time, or off hours, when
Oh,
the
okay.
system is not being used. If it is like the US, it would be probably like midnight, 12 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they make the system unavailable, and they put it under maintenance, and then they fix it, put that change, they will test in and out, and then they make it re-available for the users.
All right. All
So
right, Shazad.
sometime if you will see that on some website downtime at night, that means deployment is happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's something changes are happening, or is there something wrong?
Right. So that's why sometime the system is down during night. Okay.
Oh,
All right. So this was the kind of the BA, and tomorrow we will be starting the product owner.
okay. All
Okay.
right.
But before going to the product owner, I want you guys to have at least 4 projects and explain assignment and explain your role as a BA.
All right.
Okay. And I've given you example of like shortly before. Okay.
All right.
All right. Any question for me? Brilliant.
No, Shazad. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow then.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.